Hello, bonjour, hola. Hi, my name is Katie Upton, and I am a mystery writer coming to you from my office, which is, as you can see, a closet, but it is a walk-in closet, aka a recording studio for my audiobooks and this, my channel. So no complaints here because this is a perk. I love walk-in closets and a lot of people don't have them, so loving it. Anyway, again, my name is Katie Upton, and if you are an avid reader and love mystery, magic, you're in the right place. So please subscribe below, click on the button, and I'll be posting once a week. And I'll be announcing things like giveaways for my launches, which are coming up. There's one coming up. So make sure you click on the button below and subscribe, and then you'll be alerted to the future videos. So anyway, but again, today the main reason I'm recording today is just to introduce myself to you, to my fans around the world, and to let you know a little bit about what this channel will be about. So without further ado, my name again, once again, is Katie Upton. That is a pen name. So since you are mystery lovers, more than likely, figure it out, right? What's my real name? Is it close to Katie? Is it not? I don't know. It's up to you to decide. Oh, anyway, so I write, like I said, in the mystery genre, and I have a series out right now. It's called the Caitlin Doll Mysteries, and that's cozy. It's generally cozy. I do have another series that I will launch the first book in sometime in August or September of this year. It's still fluid as to the date of that, but that's more a traditional mystery. And then I have another series that is supernatural suspense mystery. So a connecting theme to all of them are strong female protagonists, okay, lead characters. And then we have kind of a mystical, magical, supernatural element to all of them. I really try not to do that. However, my passion and my love is in the supernatural, in mythologies and that sort of thing. So they too do happen to have a mind of their own and incorporate themselves into my writing. And I love it. It gives it an added element that is different from some other people. So when I say paranormal, I mean things like second sight, clairvoyance, those sorts of things, ghosts. And I'm a real big proponent of of learning about my own heritage culture. And so I have done a deep dive into that. And a lot of the books are heavy in culture. I think that we are defined by that, whether we want to admit it or not, whether we like it or not. So I include a lot of culture in my writings. I also want to say that I do have feature series in mind, and they're more like the Percy Jackson series. So they're based on mythology and different kinds of mythology. So keep an ear out for that. Okay. So, if you have any questions or if you have any comments, please, again, put them in the comment section below. And you can always reach out to me through my email, which is katieuptonauthor@gmail.com. That'll all be in the description below as well. I do have a store of my own where you can buy my books for less, about half off, just as a thank you for coming and buying from me directly. And you can find that at kduptonwrites.com. And again, that will be in the information included below. So I've told you a little bit about me, and I'm just making sure that I'm touching base on all of my points. So forgive me if I keep looking down. This is my inaugural. So just just give me a break, I guess. But how did I start writing it? That's a lot of questions I tend to get. So like a lot of other people, they say that they grew up reading a lot. I am the same. I'm an avid reader of all sorts of genres. I love romance. I love epic fantasy. I love mystery, thriller, suspense. It's just, it just doesn't stop with one genre. I love them all. So I would have to say that being what we call here in the United States, a military brat. So both my parents were in the military. Very unusual back when I was born, although I guess that's dating myself. But we moved around a lot, and either through the military or through civilian jobs that my parents had. And the one thing that we always got was a library card. That is something that my mother always used to take us, and we'd get our library card, which was so exciting. It was like Christmas, even in July, August, October, didn't matter. So whenever we moved, we got our library cards very quickly, and we just went to town. And we always got the limit of what we could check out. And we would go home and we'd finish them in a matter of days. I mean, it just like I think at the time it was 5, we could check out at most places that I lived, which I've lived all over the United States. And we checked them out. And then when we were finished, my mom would get us in the car and she'd drive us back, no questions asked, and we'd get more. And I remember stumbling on one particular series that my sister actually introduced me to, and it's the author is Mercedes Lackey. Wonderful, wonderful fantasy author. Talking horses, check, I'm in. So her Valdemar series, Heirs of the Queen, is the first one that I read, and they're absolutely phenomenal. And if any of you out there love the fantasy world of reading, please, I encourage you to look up Mercedes Lackey if you haven't already heard of her. If you have, it never hurts to read it 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 times, right? Because that's what I do. So anyway, there's also another author that has really played a pivotal role in my life, and that's Sue Grafton. And I know a lot of people, mystery lovers out there, already know who Sue Grafton was, and unfortunately, may she rest in peace. She's no longer with us, although her work lives on, and she's the ABC murder, so the alphabet murder mysteries, and it's A through Y. Unfortunately, she passed away before she could finish it, but we have that to live on forever, and our kids and grandkids can be introduced to her work, and she's truly a phenomenal writer. Although I do have to say, I love, obviously, Agatha Christie, and then I love Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Sherlock Holmes, yes, please. I love Sherlock Holmes. I love the whodunits, Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew. All my books are in part thanks to them. And I remember going to my 8th grade English class where we had to dress up in English, a historical figure, and I dressed up like Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and and it means a lot to me. And I've always been curious and a thinker and puzzle solver and things like that. So I'm a huge, huge fan of mystery, which is why I write in it. I also love all other genres, though. So if you are a book reader of any genre, you're in the right place. you gain another friend. Let me just say that. So, but from there, I mean, let me describe my books a little bit more. So I have the Protectorate series, and that's the supernatural suspense. It includes angels. Yes, please. And they walk among us, right? Except we don't know them. Okay. We have somewhat like espionage, and it's just a really gripping, kind of gritty book series that I started years back, actually, when I was like in my late teens and early 20s, and it took me quite a while. I will not date myself again, but quite a while to finish. And it's still not finished. I have 2 in it. It's the Protectorate, and then there is the Guardians. And you can get these on all available platforms. Again, I encourage you to go to my own website. They're cheaper. In today's day around the world, we can all use a little bit cheaper, right? So if you're tight on money, please go to my website and you'll thank yourself later. And the third one I am currently writing, called Forefathers, is in that series as well. And it's based off of a young woman that gets recruited into a top secret government agency. Let's put it that way. And things just aren't as they seem. And even her own family holds secrets. And so if you like angels that walk among us and supernatural powers like that, and you like time travel, because there's time travel in it, so it's a cross-genre type of series, you'll love it. So, and then the Caitlin Doll series is cozy mystery, subgenre of mystery genre, and it's Caitlin Doll, and both her parents are pharmacists, and she is trying to figure her life out. And so her father, who she loves and adores, is a forensic pharmacist. And so a lot of people don't know that that exists. It does. And it's a very fascinating field. And she adores her father. So, and he's Norwegian citizen, and he married her mother, who's an American, and her mother is overbearing, to say the least, and has her life mapped out, and Caitlin doesn't like that. So if you can identify with that, then great. Hopefully not. Hopefully you have good relationships with your parents, but you know, life happens. So, and it's just her trying to figure herself out in the first book, Graded for Murder. And she learned some tips and tricks along the way growing up from her father. And then she just kind of gets locked into a home, a Victorian home, and has to use her wits to kind of stay alive and figure out who done it. So, you know, if you like that sort of thing, then pick it up. If you subscribe to my newsletter, you can get Graded for Murder for free. So there's your incentive there. And then the second one in that series is called Snapshot to a Killer, and it sees her going from Colorado and in Graded for Murder to her more adult life, which is in a fictional town in Oregon, and that is Silverthorne, Oregon. So it's a fictional town, but it's outside of Portland, which, you know, is basically Portland. And she's a photographer. So there's that one. And then in Key to Murder, it's just still in Silverthorne, Oregon. And she gets into all sorts of, you know, interesting situations. And there's some really good, quirky characters there. So there's that series. And then the series I'm releasing this year, in again August or September, is the Daisy Day series, and it's more mystery. It's not, I wouldn't call it necessarily cozy, although I suppose some people might, but it's more action adventure. And generally with cozy, as you may already know, there's no real blood or that sort of thing, and in these there is. So the first one is called Murder in the Orkneys, and that is Scotland, because there are other Orkneys out there. So just so you know, it's Scotland. And then the second book takes place in Boston, Massachusetts. And that one's called Mystery of the Charred Bones. And then the third one is Mystery of the Norse Runes. So they're all obviously in a series, and they're great. She's a strong female. She's an anthropologist trying to make her way. And she has an interesting background too. So, you know, she's kind of had it tough. You know, she's had a lot tougher than Caitlin, and there's a lot to explore there for character arcs. So it's a really good series, and I really thoroughly enjoy it. I'm currently writing the second one. Again, the first one's already done, And if you want to be an ARC reader, what's that? Advanced reader copy. If you want to be an ARC reader, then just reach out to me again through email and let me know. And maybe you'll get an advanced copy. Maybe. Be fun, right? So those are my 3 series. I do have another one that's more, again, of the fantasy realm, and it's about Norse mythology and Greek mythology and Egyptian mythology and Oceanic, and it combines a lot of things. So that's something that I'm currently plotting out, and it takes forever to do, and yet it's fun. So that's on the horizon as well. Let's see, what else? Just to let you know, if you love Sherlock Holmes and you love Agatha Christie and you love Clue, I love the movie Clue. If you've never seen the movie Clue, it's like from 1985, I think, 1984, somewhere along those lines. It has Tim Curry in it and Eileen Brennan, and it's got a lot of really great names in there, Christopher Plummer. It's a fantastic movie, and I love it, and it is just the epitome of whodunit. And the Graded for Murder is basically related to that. I gave an homage to Clue in that. So if you love the movie Clue, and you'll love it. If you've never seen the movie Clue, get the movie Clue, watch it, and then read my book, and you'll get it. You'll get everything that I'm, my homages, my little tip of the hat to Clue. Absolutely love that. I watch it every Halloween and every fall, every kind of like stormy night. I love to pull that out. It's just the best. It's absolutely the best. So there's that one. And then I guess I'll end this by saying some of the authors that have meant so much to me and obviously affect my writing. Currently, though, whatever I read affects, how can it not, what I write as well. And I do have a list of authors that books that are on my to be read list, which I actually read a couple of books at a time. So some people enjoy doing that, other people don't, and that's fine. I just have a few, so I've got them listed here. The first one is Cleo Coyle. So Cleo Coyle writes the Coffeehouse mystery, and then a few other series. And in the Coffeehouse mysteries, she has like 19 books out already. And I don't know why I didn't know about her to begin with, but I'm glad I do now, because I'm on her 4th book, and her books are pricier on Amazon and the other platforms, Coben and Apple. They are like $7.99 or $8.99, something like that. They are absolutely phenomenal. Sometimes she has discounts and she runs discounts, so be on the lookout for that. Right now I'm on the 4th book in her series, which is Murder Most Frothy, and it's fantastic. And maybe if I'm lucky, I can figure out how to put like over here or over here, like a picture of her book instead of seeing my clothes and my shoes. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Guarantee that. But it's fantastic. They're really, really good. And then, Joanne Fluke. She's fantastic. A lot of cozy mystery readers know that name. If you don't, look her up. She's fantastic. I am reading hers, which one is it? Devil's Food Cake Murder. It's all about pastries and that sort of thing. I believe it's a Hannah Swensen mystery, and they do Hallmark mysteries, movies or shows off of her books. So Joanne Fluke is wonderful too. And then again, I'll post it either here or here, or right in front of my face. Don't know. We'll see. Spur of the moment thing. And then there's Code Blue. So this is an indie author. And Joanne Fluke and Cleo Coyle, they have published, they're traditionally published. Melissa Yee with Code Blue. So again, I'll post it somewhere on the screen. And so you can, and I'll also include it in the information below, so you can check out these authors too. Melissa Yee, she is a mystery writer, mystery suspense, and she's an up-and-coming author. She's starting to get a lot of recognition, and she should, because her books are phenomenal. And she's an ER doctor, I think. And I saw her at a conference recently, and she's just fantastic. And she's a real down-to-earth person. And I love her for her work, both in the ER as a physician and as an author. She's fantastic, so check her out. And then, oh, I got recommended one author that is very popular, Harlan Coben. And forgive me if I mispronounce these names. I'm just going off of what I think they sound like. Harlan Coben, and The Match is recommended. And it's recommended. It's a good mystery suspense thriller. And of course, I'm just kind of like piecing through all these other ones. But at the same time, The Match is recommended to me from C.E. Rickard, who is an author, and I've met her online, and we've become friends. And she writes horror, like horror mysteries. And so if you're into that, C.E. Rickard, she has something published in like an anthology of other ones. And I will definitely get you that information, because it's mystery horror, and why not? And it's a big shout out to C.E. Rickard. Thank you. Thank you for being such a good friend and buddy. And last but certainly not least, this is a fantasy author, and it's dragon fantasy, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And she is really making great strides for herself. Her name is Katie Cross, and you can find her at katiecrosswrites.com. And she is a phenomenal author, and she has a rabid fan base, and rightly so. And she is constantly releasing. I wish I could be so lucky. I don't have enough time in the day to do what I normally do and write. Although this year I look to release maybe 3 or 4. She can release like, oh my goodness. I mean, she's not releasing an audiobook. She's releasing, you know, a short story or a regular book. It seems like every month. I could be totally wrong, but it's just like, it's a lot, and they're really, really good. So these authors all generally have newsletter lists. Please, if you like them, please, please, please sign up for their newsletters, and give them a shout out. And we can all read many authors and many genres. It's fun. Keeps things fresh. So for now, that's a lot about me. If you would like to know a little bit more, please comment below. I can't wait to read some of the comments. And I know at first, yeah, people get a little shy, but that's okay. I'm here and I'm writing. And again, welcome to my closet. Yes, isn't it great? And for now, I will sign off and talk to you later. He says, hey doll. Bye.